Hello everyone, we will start by solving the first question of the Cambridge IGCSE exam. We have 3.56, 5 radical 196, 8 radical 7, 12. From the list, write down a number that is a multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, etc. As we can see here, we have 12, which means that the number is 12. Part B, write down a number that is a cube number. What is meant by cube number? Is equal integer power 3. Here we have 8, which is the cube number because 8 is equal to power 3. Part C, write down a number that is a prime number. A prime number is a whole number greater than 1 whose only factors are 1 and itself. Here we have the 5 being the whole number and greater than 1 and only divided by 1 and itself. This means that 5 is prime number. Part D, write down a number that is an irrational number. An irrational number is a number that cannot be expressed as a fraction p over q for any integers p and q. Here we have radical 7, which is equal to 2.645751, etc. This number cannot be written in a fraction form because it is an infinity number and not a recurring number. This means that it is an irrational number. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the second question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. Tells us that the number of people swimming in a pool is recorded each day for 12 days. Part A, complete the stem and leaf diagram. So here we have 1. So we look for numbers that are in the tens place which have 1, like this and this and this. And we put them here like this. And also here we have 2, so we look for numbers that are in the tens place which have 2, like this and this and this, and we put them here like this. And also here we have 3, so we look for numbers that it is the tens place which 3, like this and this and this, and we put them here like this. And also here we have 4, so we look for the numbers that are the tens place which 4, like this and this, and we put them here like this. Now we move to part B, find the median number of swimmers. The median is the value separating the higher half from the lower half of a data sample. Here we have 12 days. Because 12 is even number, we can use this rule. So we got the number 6.5. And now we are not finished yet. So we must count up to 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we have 6.5, meaning that the number is present here, which is between 6 and 8, meaning it is 7. This means that 27 is the median. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the third question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. What is required of us is that point A has coordinates 6, 4 and point B has coordinates 2, 7. Write the vector AB as a column vector. We can simply use the vector rule, which is that vector AB equal XB minus XA, YB minus YA, and we put everything at its value and get the final answer. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the fourth question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. We are required to find the interior angle of a regular polygon with 24 sides. Because it is a regular polygon, this means that all the interior angles in it are all equals. And in order to be able to obtain the interior angle, we can use this rule for the regular polygon. What is meant by n is the number of sides present in the polygon, which is 24 sides. And in this way, we have obtained the answer to the angle inside the polygon. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the fifth question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. What is required of us? Without using calculator, work out 15 over 28 divide by 4 over 7. You must show all your work and give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. As long as we have fraction divide by fraction, we can use this rule: a over b divided by c over d equal a over b times multiply by d over c. As we noted that the first fraction we write the same, but the second fraction we invert it and it becomes like this. We also notice that in the numerator there are 7 and the denominator there are 28, so we can do simplify and they become like this. Now, as long as we have fraction times multiply by a fraction, we can simply multiply the numerator together and multiply the denominator together, and we get this answer, which is one fraction. When we reach this stage, we check if we can do simplify, but here we cannot, which means we have the final answer. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the sixth question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. We are required to, the table shows the marks scored by 40 students in a test. Calculate the mean mark. We can use this rule that we apply like this. Multiply 5 by 8 plus 6 times 5 plus 7 times 11 plus 8 times 7 plus 9 times 5 plus 10 times 4 divide by total number of value, which is 40, and we get this answer. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the seventh question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. What is required of us? That the diagram shows a right angle triangle. Calculate the area. The rule of the area for the triangle is base times height over 2. In this way, we have obtained the answer for the area. We now move to part B. Calculate the perimeter. That is, we must add the length of this side plus this side plus this side. This side is 8.5 centimeter long, and this side is 10.8 centimeter long. As for this, we can get its length through the Pythagoras theorem. We have AB square equal AC square plus CA square, and in this way we get the length of this side. Now we put the answer here, and after that we add the numbers to finally get the answer to the perimeter. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the 8th question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. We are asked to calculate the value of 2.3 times 10 power minus 3 plus 6.8 times 10 power minus 4. Give your answer in standard form. As we notice here, we have 10 power minus 3, and here we also have 10 power minus 3. So we can take 10 power minus 3 common factor. Now we have here plus and times. We must first start with times. 6.8 times 10 power minus 1. As long as we have here 10 power minus 1, so we can take the point once towards the left because there is minus. So we go towards the left. Now we only have plus left, so we add them together and finally get this answer. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the 9th question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. What is required of us in the part A? Factorize completely 3x squared minus 12xy. In order to be able to factorize, we have to take common factor. As we notice here, we have x and here we have x. This means that we can take x common factor. And as we notice here, we have 3 and here we have 3. This means that we can take 3 common factor. And finally, get this answer. Now we move to part B. Expand and simplify m minus 3 times multiply by m plus 2. When we have this form and we want to expand, we can use this rule. So we get this answer. Now we notice that we have here m and here m, so we can calculate them together and finally get this answer. Hello everyone, we'll start by solving the 10th question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. We are required to sketch the graph of each function. Part A, y equal x minus 3. This equation is identical to the equation of line. This means that we will draw a line. When we want to draw a line and we have the equation, it is enough to draw a small table and specify at least 2 points. For example, when x is equal to 0, then y equal minus 3. And when x is 1, then y is minus 2. Now we connect these 2 points together and get this line. Now move to part B. We have y equal 1 over x. This equation does not match the equation of line. This means that the drawing is not a line, but he tells us sketch. This means that it is enough to define the points and then we draw the graph. But here we must specify several points. Only 2 points are not enough. When x is 1, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 1 over 2. And when x is 3, y is 1 over 3. X is 4, then y is 1 over 4. X is 1 over 3, y is 3. X is 1 over 4, then y equal 4. X is minus 1, the y is minus 1. X is minus 2, y is 1 over minus 2. X is minus 3, then y is 1 over minus 3. X is minus 4, y is 1 over minus 4. X is 1 over minus 2, y is minus 2. X is 1 over minus 4, then y is minus 4. Now we connect the points together to finally get this graph. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 11 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. What is required of us in the question is to fully describe the single transformation that maps. When he tells us transformation, 4 things must come to mind: translation, enlargement, reflection, and rotation. Shape A onto shape B. As we can see, there is rotation, center 0, 2, and angle 90 degrees, and clockwise. We now come to the part B, shape A onto shape C. There is reflection, as we see, and the axis of reflection is y equal x. We now come to part C, shape A onto shape D. As long as there is a change in size, the enlargement must come to mind. To choose the scale factor, we must start with the second shape, which is the shape D. This has length equal 1, and this has length equal 2, so we get 1 over 2. Also, this has length equal 2, and this has length equal 4, so we also get 1 over 2. In this way, we make sure that it is enlargement. Scale factor equal 1 over 2. As for the center, we can specify it in this way. So we get center 4, 6. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 12 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. He tells us that the population of a town decreases exponentially at the rate of 1.7% per year. The population now is 250,000. Calculate the population at the end of 5 years. Give your answer correct to the nearest 100. When we hear about decreases exponentially, this rule y equal a 1 minus b power x must come to mind. Y is the final amount, A is the original amount, B is the decay rate, and X is the amount of time that has passed. In place of A, we put 250,000, and in place of B, we put the rate, which is 1.7 over 100, and in place of X, we put the time, which is 5 years. And we will get the population at the end of 5 years. But he asks us to answer which the nearest 100. So here we have 460. The nearest 100 is 500. So we get this answer. Hello everyone. We will start by solving the question 13 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. This question tells us that write the recurring decimal 0.26 as a fraction. You must show all your working. As we see that this number is a recurring decimal and it's written in this form, but for brevity it is written in this form. We are required to write it as a fraction. When we have this form, meaning here is a 0 and here there are non-repeating numbers and recurring numbers, so we can use this method, which is we write all the numbers that we have here in the numerator, and then we write minus. Now we write the non-repeating numbers, which is 2. Now we come to the denominator. Because we have one recurring number, so we write 1, 9. And because we have one non-repeating number, so we write 1, 0. Now we can do simplify. We finally get this answer. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 14 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. He tells us in this question the box and whisker plot gives information about the heights in centimeters of some plants. Part A, write down the median. When we hear the word box and whisker, we can read it like this. First, the first line is called lowest value. The last line is called highest value. The line that comes after lowest value is called lower quartile. The line that comes before highest value is called upper quartile. And the line that is between lower quartile, the upper quartile, is called median. As we see, the median is 11.5. We now move to part B, I. Find the range. The range is highest value minus lowest value, equal 14 minus 2 equal 12. We now move to here. Find the interquartile range. The interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile, equal 13.5 minus 5 equal 8.5. Hello everyone. We will start by solving the question 15 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. He tells us in this question, BC and D lie on the circle. BCQ is a tangent to the circle at C. Angle ACQ equals 64 degrees. Work out angle ABC, given reasons for your answer. When we have a tangent and we have this form in front of us, which is a triangle, then we can, according to the alternate segment theorem, conclude that this angle equal this angle. As we notice that angle ABC is the opposite of angle ADC. We have a theorem that says that angles in opposite segments are supplementary, cyclic quadrilateral. That is, when we have a quadrilateral located inside the circle in this way, A, B, C, D on the circle, we can directly conclude that sum the angles opposite is 180 degrees. In this way, we can obtain the angle ABC, which equal 180 minus 64. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 16 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. We are required to solve the simultaneous equations. You must show all your work. There are several ways to solve, but we will use this method, which is to put in the place of x 7 minus 3y. Then we will get one unknown, which is y, but in order to get y, we must solve this quadratic equation, which is by obtain the discriminant, and because the discriminant is positive, this means that we have two real solutions. We get it like this. Now we can put the y in its place to get the x. When the y equal 1 over 4, the x equal 6.25. And when the y equal 5, the x equal minus 8. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 17 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. It tells us that A is the point 35 and B is the point 1 minus 7. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to AB that passes through the point A. Give your answer in the form y equal mx plus c. In order to obtain the equation of line, we must obtain the gradient, which is multiplied by x, and we must also obtain the c. We have a rule that says that the gradient of the line times gradient of line perpendicular is equal to minus 1. We want to gradient of line perpendicular as it is equal minus 1 over gradient of line AB. Now we must obtain the gradient of line AB, which is equal yb minus ya over xb minus xa. In this way, we obtain the gradient of AB. Now we put it here and obtain the gradient of line perpendicular. Remains for us to obtain C. He tells us in this question that the line perpendicular that passes through the point A. We can benefit from this by putting in the place of x and y the answer for xa and ya. In this way, we get the C and put it here, and finally we get the equation of line perpendicular to AB. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 18 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. This question tells us that a car travels at a constant speed. It travels a distance of 146.2 meters, correct to one decimal place. This takes 7 seconds, correct to the nearest second. Calculate the upper bound for the speed of the car. As we know that the rule of speed is distance over time, but he wants us to have upper bound for the speed. So upper bound for the speed is the greatest possible speed. In order to obtain the upper bound for the speed, we must take the greatest possible distance and the least possible time. He tells us in the question that the distance of 146.2 meter correct to one decimal place. One decimal place is 0.1. When we have this type of question, we divide this number, which is 0.1, into 2, and the answer we get, we add to the distance, which is 146.2 meters. Because as we said before, we want the largest distance. For this reason, we add 146.2 with 0.05. Now we come to the time, and he tells us 7 seconds to the nearest second. The same thing, we divide 1 into 2 and we get 0.5. Now we do subtraction with the 7 seconds, because as we said before, when he asks me for upper speed, we must take the least time possible. That's why we do subtraction, and we get this answer. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 19 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. What is required of us in part A? On the diagram, sketch the graph of y equal cosine x for x between 0 and 360 degree. As long as the sketch tells us, we can draw the graph by specifying points. When x equal 0 degree, y equal 1, and when x is equal 360 degree, y equal 1, and when x is equal 90 degree, y equal 0, and when x equal 180, y equal minus 1, and when x equal 270, y equal 0. Now we can connect the points together in the form of a curve to get this graph. We can also add many points before drawing the graph in order to get a more accurate graph. Now we move to part B. Solve the equation for cosine x plus 2 equals 3 for x between 0 and 360 degree. So we must obtain x. We take 2 after the equal. Now we also take the 4 after the equal. Now we get this form. We can get the x via the graph or via the calculator, but we will get the answer via the graph. When the y equal 1 over 4, we must get the x, but x must be between 0 and 360 degree. As we see here, we have an answer to x, which is equal 75.5 when y equal 1 over 4. And we also have an answer to x, which is 284.5 when y equal 1 over 4. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 20 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. We are asked to find the value of A and the value of B. This form is form expand, and this form is form factorize. For this reason, we will convert form factorize to expand to become like this. Now as we notice, here we have x2 and here we have x2, and here we have x and here x. And here we have a noun number, and also here. In this case, we can to conclude that minus 12 equal 2b, and also b square equal a. Now we can get b in this way. After we got the b, we put it here to get the a. Hello everyone, we will start by solving the question 21 of the Cambridge IGCSE 2020 exam. We are required to write down two statements about the relationship between the points x, y, and z. As we notice here, we have 6 and here we have 3. And also here we have 4 and here we have 2. This means that vector zy is double vector xy. If we take two common factor, we get that vector zy equals 2 vector xy. When we get such an answer, this means that zy and x are collinear and x is midpoint of zy.